Hello and welcome once again to Weird Al Week on Tom's Hit Parade, continuing my tribute to that comedic chameleon of popular music, Weird Al Yankovic. Now, Al is of course most known for his parodies, such as his take on Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise, which he called Amish Paradise, and also Like a Surgeon, which was his parody of Madonna's Like a Virgin. But what some of the more casual fans might not know is that that's only half of what he does. Half the songs on every one of his albums are originals. They may be in the style of a particular artist or genre, such as reggae or punk or what have you, but the melodies and lyrics are all originals of Al. So in today's video, I thought I would count down my top 20 favorite Weird Al parodies and my top 20 favorite Weird Al original songs. I'm going to go ahead and start with the parodies first, get those out of the way because I tend to favor his original songs a little bit more. I just like them a little more, I don't know why. So let's just go ahead and get started, why don't we? Number 20 on my parodies list is Couch Potato, a parody of Eminem's Lose Yourself. That is off of Al's 11th album, Poodle Hat. Number 19 is Amish Paradise. As I just mentioned, it is a parody of Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise, and he featured that on his 9th album, Bad Hair Day. Number 18 is Al's parody of Achy Breaky Heart, which he calls Achy Breaky Song. That is off of his 8th album, Alapalooza. Number 17 is from Al's 4th album, Polka Party. It is Addicted to Spuds, which is his parody of Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love. Number 16 from Al's 2nd album, In 3D, is I Lost on Jeopardy, a parody of the Greg Kihn Band's Jeopardy! My number 15 favorite Weird Al parody is his version of George Harrison's Got My Mind Set on You, which Al turned into This Song's Just 6 Words Long. That's off of his 5th album, Even Worse. Number 14 is Al's parody of Lady Gaga's Born This Way, which he calls Perform This Way. That is off of Alpocalypse, his 13th album. Number 13 is his parody of Green Day's American Idiot, Canadian Idiot. That was off of his 12th album, Straight Outta Linwood. Number 12 is Living with a Hernia, which is his parody of James Brown's Living in America. That is off of his 4th album, Polka Party. And the reason I love that one so much is because I actually did have an operation for a hernia right about that same time, actually. So it kind of struck a personal chord with me. Number 11 on my favorite parodies list is Spam, which is Al's parody of R.E.M's Stand. That was off of his UHF soundtrack and other stuff, which was his 6th album. Number 10 is one of his most recent parodies, Tacky, his parody of Pharrell Williams' Happy. That was off of his most recent album, Mandatory Fun. Number 9 on my parodies list is eBay, which is Al's parody of the Backstreet Boys' I Want It That Way, which is taken from Al's 11th album, Poodle Hat. Number 8 on my list is from way back on Al's 1st album. It is his version of Queen's Another One Bites the Dust, which is Another One Rides the Bus. And I ride the bus a lot, so I can kind of relate to it, so that's why I particularly enjoy that one. Number 7 on my list is from Al's 7th album, Off the Deep End. It is The White Stuff, which is a parody of the New Kids on the Block's You Got It, The Right Stuff. I love Oreo cookies, so that's kind of the main reason there. And also I kind of enjoyed New Kids on the Block back then. It was a little bit of a guilty pleasure of mine, so there you go. Number 6 on my list is from Al's 10th album, Running with Scissors. It's All About the Pentiums. That was a parody of It's All About the Benjamins, which I'm not sure who the original artist of that is. I'm sorry. And now on into the top 5 favorite Weird Al parodies. Number 5 is Livin' in the Fridge. It's a lesser known one. That is a parody of Aerosmith's Livin' on the Edge. That is taken from Al's 8th album, Alapalooza. And we can all identify, I think, with something that's sat in the fridge for a little too long, and so long that you might not remember exactly what it is. So I kind of like that one. Number 4 is from Al's 3rd album, Dare to Be Stupid. It is Yoda, his Star Wars themed parody of The Kinks' Lola. I was, of course, a big Star Wars fan back then, back when that song came out. He had actually written and performed it a couple of years earlier, at least one album before, but he didn't get it on an album of his until Dare to Be Stupid. Number 3 on my all-time favorite Weird Al parodies list is probably his most famous parody. That is Eat It, which is of course a parody of Michael Jackson's Beat It. That is off of his second album In 3D. Now, the runner-up in my favorite parodies list of Weird Al Yankovic is off of his most recent album, Mandatory Fun. It is Word Crimes. That is a parody, of course, of Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines. And I think in another life I probably would have been an English teacher. I'm such a grammar snob, language snob, whatever you call it, that I can really relate to this song. I'm kind of dismayed and disappointed about how some people use language, spelling, punctuation, grammar is very fast and loose, especially on the internet. So yeah, I could very much relate to that song. And it's actually gotten me to differentiate properly between less and fewer, and also between good and well. So thank you, Al. I appreciate that. And now, number one in my all-time favorite parodies list is one that I can very personally relate to, as Al said himself that he can. That is White and Nerdy, his parody of Chameleonaire's Ridin'. It is off of his 12th album, Straight Outta Linwood. And I can relate to most of the stuff in that song. I mean, I'm about as white as you can come. I might have a sense of rhythm, I don't know. But other than that, yeah, I'm very much white and quite nerdy, I think. So, yeah, those are my favorite Weird Al parodies. You might notice that a few of the most well-known songs are missing, and that tends to happen with me. I tend to, leave off the list, my favorites list, some of an artist's most popular songs, just because I've heard them a lot and I'm kind of, my ears are kind of tired of them, I guess you'd say. So that is it for my favorite Al parody songs. Now let's go on to the list I've been more looking forward to, my favorite Al original songs. Number 20 is Frank's 2000-inch TV. That is off of Al's 8th album, Alapalooza. Number 19 is If That Isn't Love. That is off of his 13th album, Alpocalypse. And one of the reasons I like that one is because it actually features Taylor Hanson. Little known fact. Look in the liner notes. I think he plays piano in that, actually. Number 18 in my favorite list of Weird Al parodies is When I Was Your Age. That is off the Deep End album, his 7th album. And I've sadly started getting to the point where I'm telling people, when I was your age, So yeah, I mean, see the gray hair, Anyway, so yeah, I can kind of relate to that song. My 17th favorite Weird Al original is Your Horoscope for Today. That is off of his 10th album, Running with Scissors. I just love the fun and wacky and irreverent nature of that song. There are a few songs like that on this list, by the way. Number 16 on my list is Don't Download This Song. That is off of Straight Outta Linwood, his 12th album. And I really take that song to heart, even before he wrote it. Illegal downloading for free, I don't like doing that. I think it hurts the artist. So it's just not a good idea. I love supporting the artists that I listen to. Number 15 on my list is Since You've Been Gone. That is off of Al's 9th album, Bad Hair Day, and it is a great little a cappella song. It's kind of short, it's only about 2 minutes long, but the punchline is just hilarious. I mean, that's probably the reason I love this song so much. Makes me laugh every time I hear it. Number 14 is back on his second album, In 3D. It is That Boy Could Dance. It's about a misfit kid, really gawky, geeky, nerdy kid who is found to have a secret talent, which is dancing, of course. I can kind of relate to that. That's the thing. That's probably the thing why I gravitated so much toward Al, is because he made it, decades before Big Bang Theory came on, he made it cool to be a nerd and a misfit. And that's kind of, I kind of live vicariously through that song. I've actually never tried dancing before, so I don't know if I'd be good at it. I think I have a good sense of rhythm, though, so who knows. But anyway, back to the list. Number 13 is another one of those wacky, crazy-sounding songs that are amongst some of my favorites, as you'll see further on this list. Everything You Know Is Wrong. That is off of Bad Hair Day, his 9th album again. Number 12 is off of his most recent album, Mandatory Fun, and that is Lame Claim to Fame. Something I just love about that song. I guess I kind of have a lame claim to fame, is that my mother was childhood friends with the founding member of The Association, a rock group from the 60s. So I guess that's my lame claim to fame. What can I say? Oh, and I also met Joseph Gordon-Levitt at Amoeba Music down in Hollywood. So this hand shook Joseph Gordon-Levitt's hand. There's another claim to fame for you. Anyway, number 11 on my list is You Don't Love Me Anymore. That's one of his love songs off of Off the Deep End, album number 7. Now into the top 10 on my list. Number 10 is one of the great twisted love songs of his, as there have been a few on this list already. Melanie, that is off of his Even Worse album, his 5th album. I just love that one. I can, in sort of an oblique way, I can kind of relate to that song. But let's not go there. Number 9 is Slime Creatures from Outer Space. That is off of Al's 3rd album, Dare to Be Stupid. When I was a kid, I was into science fiction more than I am now when I was a kid, and so that just kind of fed the science fiction geek in me, so yeah, I just love that song. Number 8 is off of his 1st album. It is Happy Birthday. My sister, one of the things my sister would do is every birthday she would call and leave crazy birthday songs as messages on our answering machine, depending on whose birthday it was, and so that's probably why I love that song so much. It's a crazy birthday song. She never sang that one. She would sing much shorter songs, obviously. So that, I guess, makes me think of my sister. That's why I love that one so much. Number 7 on my list is UHF, the title song from his movie UHF. That is off of the UHF soundtrack and other stuff. Album number 6. I love the sound of that song, really. And especially the chorus. This chorus is just so catchy. I love it. Number 6 on my favorite originals list by Weird Al Yankovic is One More Minute. That is one of his most popular originals. It's a doo-wop style love song that is off of his 3rd album, Dare to Be Stupid. Now we're into the top 5 favorite Weird Al originals. Number 5 is You Make Me. That is off of Al's Even Worse album, his 5th album. And it's just another one of those crazy, frenetic, wacky sounding songs that I just love. I don't know why I love those songs, but you know. Number 4 is a traditional country style song, another love song of his called Good Enough for Now, and that is off of his 4th album, Polka Party. Number 3, now we're getting into the 3 absolute, in my opinion, they're the 3 best Weird Al songs ever, parodies or originals. Number 3 is off of his 11th album, Poodle Hat, and it is called Bob, and it is a style parody of Bob Dylan, done immaculately, by the way, just perfectly. And the most inspired thing about this song is all of the lyrics are palindromic phrases. They're spelled the same way from front to back as back to front. And I mean, every single lyric. And to cap it off, the name Bob is a palindrome. So it's like, how much more perfect can you get, really? Which makes me wonder why I have it number 3 on my list instead of number 1. But anyway, on to number 2. It is Generic Blues. That is off of his UHF soundtrack and other stuff. It is a fantastic blues song. I mean, it has some of the best blues guitar I've ever heard in any song anywhere. And actually, B.B. King has actually called it one of his favorite blues songs ever. Honest, look it up. And it's for a reason. It's just a fantastic blues song. I absolutely, totally love it. And now, number 1 in my list of favorite Weird Al original songs of all time. And that is the title track off of his 3rd album, Dare to Be Stupid. I just love it. It's a Devo style parody, and I just love the sound of it. And of course the lyrical message, it's just, you know, I kind of live by that motto, I guess. I mean, not dare to be, you know, stupid, but irreverent, not taking yourself too seriously or anyone else around you. I mean, how else are you going to get through life, really, except to not take anything too seriously? So that's how I kind of live my life. That's my signature Weird Al Yankovic song, and that tops off the list of Weird Al original favorites. I hope you enjoyed these 2 lists. You tell me, what's your favorite Weird Al parody and your favorite Weird Al original? Let me know in the comments, and again, please, I'm doing it again, wrong side of the screen. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're really enjoying Weird Al Week as much as I am. I'll see you next time, and remember, life's too short to be a music snob.